Good day, crafty chums. It's Nikki here, and welcome to my channel. Just going to wait a few minutes to see if anybody turns up, because it's hard to chat on your own. So yeah, we'll just wait and see. I'm not really expecting anyone to come in because it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on. I've been in managed isolation for a few weeks, which was fun. But I'm home now, so here's a video for you if you're watching afterwards, of course. While I was in isolation, I managed to follow along with a couple of Art Sherpa tutorials, so I thought I'd just whiz through a couple of these. Some were, it's all in watercolor because that's all I could take in with me, and yeah, so I followed some Art Sherpa tutorials, which was, as I say, quite fun to do and kept me sane while I was locked away on my own. But anyway, anywho, Art Sherpa tutorials, not my ideas. These are hers in watercolor. Some were better than others, you know, succeeded to a greater or lesser degree. So there you go. And yeah, her designs, her tutorial, just following along, seeing how it went. As I say, some are better than others. And then I did a couple of other things as well, where I was just trying to do a background. So, you know, salted background. I think it's okay. And of course, the ubiquitous tree. I don't know, I was trying for a bit of a stained glass look on that one. Trying for clouds. Trying for clouds. Don't know if I succeeded. Could be either way up, I suppose. Don't know which one looks better, which way. But it was this way up when I painted it, like that. And then I had a go at some intuitive painting, and yeah, as I say, some are better than others. There's a little tiger burning bright in the forest of the night. What immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry or symmetry? It's quite funny. I remember that poem from school a long time ago. Had a little bunny rabbit, cute little bunny. My watercolor flowers aren't very good, but it was just a quick sketch, so you know, tried to be loose and easy with it. Did a little feather, which was like that. And then this was an octopus. If I needed to tell you, if you can't see what it is, then it must be really bad. But anyway, so that was following along with the Art Sherpa. That's probably the one that I liked the best, actually. You can probably tell, you know, you can tell when you've enjoyed doing something, because it usually turns out better, doesn't it? So I thought I'd do a art journal page today, just to ease myself back into crafting, because I haven't actually done any crafting for a while. Must be a month. Yeah. So there we go. I've got a painted off paper page there, which I thought I would have a go with. I might just move my camera up so that the page can get in the screen. Just going to make it get a bit dizzy there. I'm hoping that's high enough. Hi Debbie, how are you? I was saying I just come back from managed isolation. Been there for a few weeks. We're all okay now, and people are just like messaging me just as I come on live. People are messaging me like mad. So just do that, and then we'll see if I can carry on. Yeah, so I was saying, you know, managed isolation, and I'm back now, and just seeing if I can get into the into crafting again. I don't know. It's been a bit. I feel a bit weird actually. That's what I feel. Weird that I'm back, and maybe if I go that way, that'd be. So this is just you know, in my art journal where I just wipe off on paint on pages and that, and but I'm down to my last few pages now. I tend to just do it on the. My granddaughter did this one, so I'm not covering over this one. She did it when she was really young, so I've had this book a few years, so I'm leaving that. I'm not going to go over it. So yeah, so this is my paint wipe off book. And as I say, I haven't been really crafting or anything, so I'm feeling a bit rusty, to tell you the truth. So to get my little bag of bits and little basket of bits and bobs there, which people would call scraps. I call them bits and bobs. And you know, from projects that I use and either failed or something jelly prints. So yeah, I've got, you know, leftover bits of paper and things. So I may start by just start by gluing things down. That's always a good way to start, isn't it? Just see what else I've got actually. I've got lots of offcuts of paper here. So if I just get it out, then I can see what I got. See what I got. Oh, hi Deb, hi Aristi. How are you? So, as I say, I've got lots of bits of printed paper there. So I'm going to probably just glue it down, because this is a as a background. That would be really difficult to come up with something on there, wouldn't it? So I might start by covering some of it over. And I'm going to rip the pages because it makes it easier. How are you, Aristi? Are you good? And you, Debbie, how are you? So I'm just going to go around the edges. And you know what? I'm throwing that away. Shock horror. I do throw paper away. Right, okay. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, because it's been a while, I don't have everything to hand that I think I should have to hand. Probably need to go just pop and get some water to put my glue brush in so it doesn't get yucky. Back in a minute. It's a bit of a cold grey. You're doing pretty good. I'm not hot, look. Aristy, I've got my jumper on. It's a cold grey day here today. This is some coffee dyed paper. Just rip that up. The edges. It's a cold grey day today. Only getting up to 9 degrees. It's a good day to be indoors. $92. Oh, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Too hot for me, too hot to handle for me. So I'm going to start with that. I couldn't, 92. Could not. Hang on. If that was the video, Aristy, I haven't watched the video if that was what you sent me. So they're just talking here about stocking up on masks. We haven't had a community case of COVID for 102 days. And I think we're thinking, you know, our luck can't last that long. So we're just getting ready now. They've told us to go and get in face masks, but I've got, you know, I've got a supply anyway because I'm a support worker. You sent it to Debbie too, because I'm a support worker. So that's something that I have anyway, along with, you know, aprons and gloves and things. So. I'm thinking, you know, maybe I should go into the mask making business if I knew how. Everybody's looking for the pocket masks, I think. You have new cases today. 5,000 in total. Well, yeah. Just see if I can get some of these bubbles out. Doesn't really matter if I can't. But be, you know, let's give it a college try anyway, as they say. I don't think I had a good enough glue base there under that. No, I've never made one, actually. I could, you know, I can sew. I just don't bother. But yeah, there are lots of people making them. It's like, you know, so why bother? I don't have material or anything, so, you know, I'd have to go and buy the material, and I don't know. Mine are all the disposable masks because they're what I have for work. But you can make, you know, the material ones that have filters in and that. Yeah, we don't have tourists here. We're only letting back in Kiwis, and you go into managed isolation there, and until 14 days, it's mandatory. There's no, you know, you have to do it. And so the cases that we do have are all in managed isolation, and there's no community COVID. And when, you know, we don't have tourists at the moment, which is a bit of a shocker for a country that relies on tourism for its money. Well, as you know, relies on tourism for its money, for its GDP. I'm sorry if I get a little bit lost in what I'm doing as well. It's been a little while. It's been a little while since I've been on and rabbited on anyway. I've sort of like lost the ability to do two things at once, but I've never been, you know, one that's able to paint and talk at the same time. I'd never make a good teacher, you know, in a class, because once I've started concentrating, I go quiet. That's why if you do a tutorial, it should be in a video, so you can talk over the bits where you blank out. I'm getting a bit warm now. I might have to take my jumper off because I've got the door shut, and obviously gas bagging is adding to the room temperature. I think I might want to put in some, let's go crazy, huh? Texture. I'm going to put some thread in here, I think. Let's have a bit of fun with it. I'm not making anything, I'm just doing a journal page. It's my because it's my, you know, my first video, my first live stream back from being away, so I am just going to play and chat and catch up, because I've yeah, feels a little bit weird. It's been a while. It feels weird. So at the moment, I'm just sticking things down, seeing how it goes. Then I might paint over the top of it. I don't know. I haven't decided. Just seeing where it takes me. I'll put some glitter on here too. So say just because page, just because I can. A just because journal page. Let's see, I've got bazillion little jars of glitter. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick it on there. Stick it on there. Get some glue down and stick it on there. Okay, Debbie, thanks for popping in. See you later. You're thinking when I was in isolation, I'd have had plenty of time to watch videos and that, but I haven't, because I sort of like become very, I don't know, withdrawn when you're in isolation, and yeah, and then you don't want to do anything. It was very hard to get motivated to do anything when you've got nothing to do. It's weird, that, isn't it? I wonder if I walk around today with glitter all over me. Glittery stars. Oh, I just put a star into my glue. Okay, I'll pull that one back out. I'm going to put more down because I do have loads. I was going to tell the story of my granddaughter when she was younger. I've been asked to tell that story again. But I don't know whether I will or not. Not many people here. And then if I tell it now, then I'll have to tell it again. And I'm sure it'll get less funny. I think there's maybe 2 on here, so I'm just going to see if I can pull it up. 2 layers, I only want 1 layer. Just going to see. Otherwise, this is quite a thick napkin for being 1 layer. So you can get a thinner layer. Thinner layer. Oh, this is a textured layer. Let's pop this on. knew I'd get it all over me. Yeah, you like the colour of the stars. You probably won't see them once I've gone over it a billion times with layers. So anyway, I was looking after my granddaughter when she was a toddler, and she took herself off to the toilet, and she'd been gone for ages. I was just starting to get a little bit worried about her, so I thought I'd have to go and check on her. But anyway, I was just sat there on the sofa worrying about her. Hi, Sherry. And the next minute, she came running into the front room from the bathroom, stark naked, with a trail of toilet paper coming out of her bottom, shall we say, from her cheeks. And she said, "Look at me, Nanny, I'm a unicorn." And she did one lap round the living room, and then ran back into the toilet. Where I had to go and put her clothes back on her, which she'd managed to get herself out of. And she does, she loves unicorns and all things glittery, and but it was hilarious. How did she know to do that? I think she laughed, didn't it? Kids. Look at me, Nanny, I'm a unicorn. So that was the story people were asking me to retell, that they'd missed the first time round. It was funny at the exact time it happened. Still funny, it makes me giggle now thinking of it. It's just the fact that, she was galloping around the living room as if she was a unicorn. Very precious, those moments, because now my grandchildren are in Australia. So I don't get to look after them anymore. Pop in and visit them, every day. Can't do that anymore. Boo-hoo. So I'm just popping this on just because it's nice texture anyway, and it adds a little bit of depth in that corner there, little double layer depth. Just like my little unicorn story. I think Sherry's already gone, or is Steve? I don't know. How are you, Sherry, if you're there still? How's your grandkids? She might have been and gone already, Iristy. So I normally use book paper as well, so I'm just looking, see if I've got some book paper here, which I have, it's just one side of me. So Hubby's finished refitting out the camper van, and after I do this live stream today, we're going to be off camping, even though it's cold. Camper van camping. We're probably only going to start off with an overnighter because we want to see how, you know, how we move about the van, whether we need to move things around and to get a feel for it. Seems we can't travel overseas or anything, so got to make the most of your own backyard now, haven't you? Help keep all those hoteliers, well, campgrounds anyway, rely on tourists. The government here is quite good at supporting small businesses and that to get over this crisis, but it can't last forever because you'll bankrupt your country, won't you? And at some point you've got to diversify or go under, I think. Yeah. We rely heavily on tourism. Here we go. I'm good, Sherry. Got to hear you doing well. So while I'm doing this, I'm thinking about what is going to be my focal point. At the moment, I have no idea. It'll come to me eventually. I like to play, and then the more I play with it, the more ideas it will give me as to what my focal point should be. You're working on a tag book, nice. I'm actually working on a bigger watercolor. Which is this one here, which is supposed to going to be Florence Nightingale, Lady with the Lamp. That's what I'm working on at the moment. She hasn't got the eyelashes yet, so you know it's still a work in progress. Just got to get through it however you can, you know. Loving my brush pot. altered jar brush pot. I'm absolutely loving this. Looks really nice on the desk. Yeah, it was fun to make. I don't know whether I'll put, yeah, I will. Thanks, Sherry. I think I'm going to go over a bit more. So she's going to be a very layered piece, I think. Hi, Jude. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're working. I'm giving myself weekends off so that we can go out in the camper van. That's our newest project, the camper van. We've just been doing it up. Well, I say we, that's the royal we, as in hubby has been doing it up. I know. We're going out today. It's 9 degrees down here today. It's grey and 9 degrees. But we're going to see, you know, what better time to trial it out than to do it in the colder weather. See, all the insulation we put in there and everything, it should be really good. I think we plan to do the South Island first before we moved up to the North Island, because we're going over on the ferry is quite expensive, isn't it? Because my son's just moved to Wellington, which is good. Freezing here. So what temperature you got up there today then? I mean, we've travelled the islands before, but not, you know, not hugely, just a couple of weeks, and you can't really travel and find out what an area is like in just a couple of weeks, let alone the whole island. 12. Oh, your son's in Wellington too. Woohoo. Woohoo. Did that bit hard, put a hole in it, look. That's what happens when you're a bit rough. Got to have a lighter hand when you're using napkins. I'm so used to with the acrylic paints, you know, pressing hard when I've got the brush in my hand to get the coverage and the blending. And yeah, I think we're going down to the beach rather than going to the mountains. You know, like we live almost on the beach here anyway, but we're going up the coast a little bit north, not too far. Is it? Yeah, my son and his girlfriend are just renting a room. I should say girlfriend, I should say fiance, shouldn't I? Yeah, prices have dropped in Queenstown already, you know, for renting and that. So they moved and then said everything got cheaper. But he's doing a course in Wellington. So all right to see. It's nice. Yeah, if it all goes to pot, we could always live in our van. It's a bit smaller than the boat, but I think Arista's gone to sleep. I know she doesn't like lots of layers on things. I'm expecting her to go, what you put that on for? You can't see anything underneath now. It's all about the layers and the texture, Steve. I don't know whether you can see them, but I can see them. I'm glad I put in so many this time. Thanks, Jude. See you later. Bye. Have a good rest of day. Just gonna put some gesso through here now. So it's taken a while, but I'm slowly knocking back all the acrylic paint that was on here before. Normally what I do is I just put gesso on and just scrape it over, and then that knocks it right back. But I decided to do the gesso bit through the stencil this time instead. Just because, just for no other reason, just because. And don't worry, I wash my brushes and reshape them afterwards. I never used to, but now I do because I'm doing more painting and I don't want to have separate brushes for acrylic paint and crafting. And normally when I do this on my own, I just let the layers dry naturally rather than putting the heat all over them. But of course I'm doing a live stream, so I want to get to it quicker. Of course, where the gesso is a little bit thicker there, it will take a little while longer to dry. I'm still trying to think what I'm going to put on there. It's a good point, I don't know. Still don't know. I've got some cute napkins. Cute kiddie napkins and that, so I don't know. They're cute. That needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay, let's have a look. See what we got. None of these are probably going to be big enough. I've got a bigger one in there, have I? She bigger? She bigger. She's bigger, isn't she? She looks kind of worried. She big enough? See what else I can put on there. Drop that one. Probably too much colour now. Yeah, horrible colour. Nope. Hear my chair creaking? I'm sorry if you can. That's good, isn't it? It's good. Let's have a look. I was going to put a bit of washi on there. Forgot I was going to use washi. Never mind. Next time. As I say, it's been a while since I've done this. You do get out of practice, honestly. Just taking off the napkin layers. Actually liking that furry bit of colour. I won't put the black down. So, which am I going to put in? Which am I going to take out? I know you can do this, trace around this with water and that, but you can also just tear it apart. See what it looks like when I've just taken it off. Might have to take some more of the black off it. Yep, it might just be too dark. Unless I start going around and putting black in other places. Now I want to cover everything with a black napkin. No, it's too dark, Rusty. It's too dark. Everything else is light. It's too dark. However, I can take this out. I'll do some black stenciling, I think. I'm just picking black because she's dark as well, you know, she's black there as well, and she won't fade. So if I put this down and do some black stenciling as well, and I might just go over the edges with gesso just to fade it in there. Haven't really decided yet. Just trying it out to see what it looks like, a Rusty. Don't worry. I was going to put a butterfly there, but it looked just new. Might use it as a stencil, actually. Okay, let's see what that will do as a stencil with some black. Because now I've got to darken the page. If I'm using the black napkin, so I've got to darken the page down. Because it's too white. Stark white. And you know what? I don't like that either. Let's see. Go for a colour, I think, rather than the black. Just lift it up off a bit and then put a colour on there. I might actually go red. Poor blue stars. Red or black? Red or blue, I mean. Red. Just give it a go with red. Because it matches more the flowers. Yeah. It's better, isn't it? It's better. I can't even see it now. Where is it? There is it, yeah. Something like that. I thought maybe I should use blue. Okay. Works. It works. It works. That works for me. Don't know whether it's working for you, but it's working for me. Let's have a look. Thinking now I'm going to move her. She's not going to be in the middle, maybe. Just trying. Don't get too worried. I'm just trying. Just having a look. Because I may not even go with it, you know. Just going to look at it for a second or two. Before I decide. What do you think? Shall I look for something else to go in there? Let's see what else I got. Got a squeaky chair. Now I've got a hold your piece. What do you think? I do have these which are bigger. I don't know, I quite like the black actually. I think it's okay. It's just on there, honey bunny. It's just on there. Just having a look before I fix it. You like her, do you? I quite like to leave a border. But shall I take out the other big flower? Just going to have a play with it a little bit more before I decide to stick anything down. Yeah, it's kind of getting there, isn't it? It's kind of getting there. Going to take it off the page, I think. I'm trying to keep the green off it as much as I can. I'll check it. So I'm going to sticker down there. So I'm thinking of putting her about there, so she's more into the picture, and then just layering the flowers. Next time I'll paint it myself. Do it myself. Okay. Getting there slowly. I could do. My flower painting isn't good. I need more practice at flower painting. In all my paintings that I've done, my flowers have never been good. Just need more practice at it. Better take a head shade off. Yeah, I thought I had more than that. Sorry, I got my paper in my mouth. Had my paintbrush in my mouth. Sorry about that. Just holding on to it. So now guess what? I gotta pull off some more flowers. Also, as well, it's quite sometimes it's just nice to glue things down. Sometimes it just feels good. Honestly, if you never just glue things down, give it a go. I don't know why my chair got squeaky while I was away. So I'm going to try and blend in maybe the black on there. Don't know yet. I have to bring out my Poscas. I still think I need to put some black around the top there. just going to put water on there instead of the glue. Oopsie. So let's have a look at this. Put that back there at the wait a second. My desk is starting to fill up now. Just give it a bit of a clear, quick clear. Might just come along the edges and with some gesso. Just have a look. This may or may not work. Because I might do this and then I might have to come back and then bring in the black lines again. See how much this works or not. See whether it knocks it back enough or whether I have to make a feature of it. So look. Because we don't want it too black, because although she's black, she's not as dark black as the napkin. So I'm just playing with the edges just to see if I could do anything with them. Probably have to just go and smudge it in. I'll give it a dry first. And see what I think, what I feel. So it looks right. Hello, Martha. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I might come around the edges with a coloured phosphor. Just see how it's going. And then just take these few edges and then just pop into the colour of white down there. and look on X. If you see me touching my paper a lot, it's because I want to make sure it's not going too boggy. You know, you've overworked it if it starts going boggy. And that's usually why if I'm making a page in my own time and not on a live stream, I let the layers dry on their own, because that's how you make sure you don't get boggy bottoms. Because I don't like a boggy bottom. I'm just going to use my Pritt stick on this, I think. Don't add too much wet glue, wet glue. Get on there. Because this is just drawing paper. It's not a watercolor or a mixed media paper. It's just drawing paper. So it's got a really smooth surface and it's quite thin. It's not too thick. So while I was there in isolation, I'd actually bought some watercolor pads for the paintings that I did, and yeah, so this would be a good one to do mixed media on, because of course you can soak it and soak it and soak it and it doesn't go boggy, whereas the normal cartridge paper does go boggy. So yeah, so I keep an eye on it to make sure I'm not getting it too wet, even though I do put a lot of glue on and that. But because I touch it, then I can feel it, see what it's doing. If you ever wondered. So hubby borrowed my scissors to do the van. Just cutting carpet and things. Carpet. So, and by the time he'd finished, I'd had to get some alcohol to take all the glue and things off. I suppose it meant that I did actually clean my scissors. At least the blades. Not the handles. So what am I doing now? Yes. Posca pen. Can't really shade with the Posca pen, but you can sort of like, if you put it on, you can blend it in a little bit. That'll help me define the edges, which would be defined with the black. We're trying to knock back the black a bit, so we brighten up the edges of this one. So the edges start to come more forward and lift up off the black, hopefully. So you get more of a blended in look. Hopefully, that's the theory. So we're just trying to bring the flower forward and the black into the background more. Although I quite often edge in black. So you can see that, well, I hope you can see that the flower is lifted. I love my Poscas, yep. So yeah, just bringing the petals forward off the background. Hopefully the knocking back of the black and then the highlighting of the edges of the flowers there does that. I've been on too long. My other candle's just gone out. Just going to try something else after, and it may or may not work, but we'll give it a go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. As I was saying before, once I start concentrating on painting and things like that, then just everything else goes by the by. Once it's dried, then you can't blend it anymore. Okay. I think that's good enough for there. I'm not going to try and put the right bits on the right pen. I'm not going to try and take away the black here because that would just take like forever. Just dry that off a bit. So I've got a Pitt pen now. Just going to try it, just see whether I can get a really light border. around there. It's not putting the black back, it's putting grey instead of black. What I'm hoping. Because it can't be stark white there. I was going to use pencil, maybe I'd be better off with the pencil, but the Pitt pen is will give me a quicker coverage. Quicker coverage. So I'm just trying to build up that layery bit, trying to send the background back and the foreground towards us. And I think it does that. Still see the stars, Aristi. Just going a bit funny colour because I've still got yellow and red on my fingers. Just to clean them off before I did the grey. Doesn't matter, it just adds colour to the background. Right. Am I going to? How many years? I think it's been 6 years or something. 6 years. I want the butterflies to be there, but I don't want them to be in your face butterflies. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to put some gold on there and make them in your face butterflies. I want them to be gently in the background butterflies. A hint of butterfly. I showed the watercolours that I've been doing while I've been in isolation. Some were better than others. I sort of like lost all will to live when I was in isolation, so it's actually very difficult to continue on, have the motivation to do anything when you're doing nothing at all. Oh, went dark. I must have had black on my finger there. Oops. Oops. Sometimes you pick up other colours and that off what you're working on. Sure. That's it. Pencil. I did have my pencil here. Oh, there it is. It is right there. I was going to say a second ago I had a pencil here. So I'm just picking out here. Tell you what I'm doing. Just picking out little certain points now on the butterfly, and just darkening the shading around it. Now I've put shading all around it. Now I can just pick up just some little highlighty bits, highlighty with shading, because what it does is it helps to pop out the butterfly a little bit more, because I want it to be not in your face, but I do want you to see it. So just bringing up little areas, and it just gives it a little bit more depth. Yeah. And that's by using shading to highlight the wings. Can you see how that's popped up a little bit more now? I think. I don't know whether it's showing on camera, but in real life it does. So we're going to do the same over here. You'll see it a little bit more on this side because it's whiter. The background underneath the butterfly is whiter with the T, whiter. So just trying to blend my shade in now. Which would work better with a Stabilo All, but I don't want it that black. So I'm using my graphite pencil, which will make it more grey than black. Because normally I do it with Stabilo All, but I don't want that black, I want a grey. And the Stabilo will actually blend better. So I'm going for a grey rather than the black. Got black there. Which is going to annoy me. Right, okay, so if it annoys me, I better put a little bit of gesso on there. And then go back over it and darken it down. Because this may look like, alright, that blended in. So I've taken away the little bit of black that was there that came off my finger. But even with the gesso on there, my the graphite I've still got on my finger, it will blend into it and make it grey. And grey is what I'm going for. It's just going to come around the top. So I didn't mean to make this an exercise in shading, but apparently apparently this has been all about the shading. And I had no intention of that either, but hey, but it does. I mean, I think it does anyway. I can get a good shading with the graphite that's on my finger. Oh, there you go. Actually, the pencil is popping it out nicely. And also, as well, as I'm rubbing my finger over it, what it's doing is I'm knocking back the background with my graphite finger. So it's starting to even blend in even more, isn't it? Taking away all the stark white. I was going to put a word on here or something. And the only one that I can think of right now is something that's been going, it's been like the saying here for the last 4 or 5 months with COVID, and that is be kind. So I'm probably just going for my first piece back in months. I'm just going to write on here, be kind, I think. Because that's been our mantra through all of this, is be kind. I think the butterflies are just enough in the background to be seen. She's got a thread coming out of her head. One going through the ear and through the brain. Oh dear. Dear. Right, let's get some book paper. Sure. Strip of, oh no, I've got a strip of, I've got a strip here of watercolour paper. I'll just try and knock that back before I write on there. It's a bit of a grunge page, isn't it? You will. Let's have a look. Pen. I don't know whether this is big enough actually. big enough? No, of course not. Not big enough. See if I can make it bigger. Because it's got to be in scale, isn't it? Even though it's only going to be, ooh. Then that's going to be, I've now got lots of ink on the edge, on the corner there. Don't press too hard. And I do that. I occasionally do that. And there won't be enough ink there. You know how it goes? It goes like that. Okay. Concentrating now, like already. See, quiet. Oh dear, it's really taken me 2 hours to do this. I thought an hour and I'd be off and that would be it. I can't believe it. Almost 2 hours. Does that look like 2 hours worth? No, it doesn't. Oh well, there you go. Ah, I've got a testy pen today. Look at that. Obviously, it doesn't want me to write that. Right, we'll try again. Oh, testy pen. Got to remember not to press on it. Don't press down. Don't press down. Almost there. This is going to be a little bit small on the page, but I think it will be okay. And take the pen away before I splodge it again. It looks like a little kiwi. Just gotta let that rest for a second before I knock back the colour on that one. Oh dear. There you go. I think that butterfly stands out a little bit more than that one. What do you think? I tell you what, I think it's probably because there's more colour on this one. Because there's that spodgy blue there, I think, which helps it stand up off the background. Oh, I've got ink over me as well. Here we are. Right. Let's hope these are dry. Is that D dry? Didn't think it was. Okay, now let's just do some black on the edge. We'll glue it down and then we'll call it done for today. Actually, I might just some glue. There he is. It's probably all. It probably won't come out because I haven't used it for weeks. Didn't think it would. Come on. I need a pin now. I can't believe it's been weeks. It's probably been a month or something since I last did a video. Then I pressed too hard. Over the stars there, Aristi. I used too much glue, but hey. Over the stars. I'm gluing everything there. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm not bothered. So we're just going to do a loose line around there, and then come back up. See if it splodges for me. I might have to get my other one because obviously that didn't go too well, did it? Almost did a hiccup then, and then the pen went with it because I'm trying to do it loosely. Without too much thought. So there we go. Now we'll just go around that with a pen or a pencil or something. And I think we're going to call that one a day. Trying to be loose, look, and it just goes. Trying to have a light hand. Oh dear. Oh Yeah. Don't ask me what I'm doing there. I don't know. I'm going to stop. Just wanted to do that. Maybe some there. I don't know. Don't ask me why I did that. I don't know. I think maybe I was going to do a little bit of punch of colour or something. This is the bit it just starts getting mad. Bit where someone needs to come into chat and tell me to stop, all right? Stop! 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 I'm gonna go and see you till you stop. Yeah. Is it dinner time yet? Lunchtime? It's almost lunchtime. Sometimes my pen goes and you just can't see it. There's too much. I'm just doodling now, just because I can. Just filling in what I think is a gap. Okay. Because I've got like lines and random lines coming through here anyway, so why not add a few more lines? Maybe I'll hang this one down too. What do you think? What do you think? Okay. So I'm going to call this one quits. Oh, so there you go. Anyway, anywho, that's my journal page for today. It's my little get back into journaling and crafting, and because it's been a month, I think it's been a month. was in managed isolation for 2 weeks, and then I just didn't feel like doing anything when I got out. So hopefully I'm back to it. I hope. So this, why did it? Yeah. Hope you liked the page. I'm really happy that you could join me for this one. And I don't know whether I'll be back tomorrow because we're going camping now. Any second now. So I don't know whether I'll be back in time, but I will be back the day after with Eileen McInnes, I hope, doing our normal live stream that we do every week. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you all again very soon. Bye.